Mike's Daily Podcast.
Episode 949. Look at us. Look at us zooming through the 900s.
That's weird.
At the speed of light. My name is Mike Matthews. That is the never ever weird Haley. Hello, Haley. Haley's joining us on today's show. Say something, everyone. I had to turn his microphone off because that was getting slightly annoying.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Okay, now I'm turning it back on. I'm turning it back off again. I apologize for his yelling. This is 949.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Oh, here's my song. So it's nice to be back in these wonderful studios where many a pastor and a money guy will go. Wait, isn't that a conflict of interest? No, not if Salem Media doesn't say so. Oh, and I've got this earworm in my head by Jason Derulo.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
It must be great to be him, especially when he makes music videos.
Mike's
Because there's lots of hot ladies.
Daily
And they're sweaty.
Podcast.
I don't know if that's something.
Yeah.
Thanks for reading. Enjoyed my day off. I did.
Jason Derulo.
As you know, Jason Derulo has to mention his name in every single song that he does.
Jason Derulo.
But that is a catchy tune. It's getting picked up on all the old people stations like that I work for. So, Jude Woman, if you don't, do you know what
I wanted you.
That was beautiful. You can keep singing that Imogene Heap song you were singing earlier.
Spin me around again. I don't know the rest of the lyrics.
I went up to Bodega Bay on Friday.
It's interesting. Were there pirates?
Yeah, there were pirates.
Oh, I'm interested then. Cool.
Why is every story I tell gotta have pirates in it?
This is the first story you've told that had to have pirates in it. Most of the time, it's just aliens.
Here's how you make your story better. You put pirates in it. Go. All right, so I was driving with my dog up to Bodega Bay, and these pirates came alongside my Saturn Vue and said, "Arr, pull over! We want your booty."
Oh, did they have like that pirate ship on a pickup truck, or like on the big rig?
Yeah.
God, I hate those things. Every time I go to like a fair, or I used to be in musicals, and sometimes we'd be in a parade, anything like that, they stick us behind the goddamn big giant semi-truck full of pirates, and it's blowing smog, and they're all like, "Rah," and everyone's spooked when they get to us, and they don't care anymore because they're still recovering.
What were you doing in the parade?
We were just kind of walking and smiling and waving in costume.
Oh!
Yeah, it's for promo purposes.
What were you promoting?
Various musicals.
Like?
Musical number 1.
I love musical number 1.
Musical number 2.
Those are all fantastic.
Musical number 5. I don't think we did 3 or 4.
I'm jumping around a little bit today, kind of jumping around. Hey, jump around!
Jump, 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 jump.
This is the part of the story where I tell you that when I stopped on my way up to Bodega Bay, I stopped at Point Isabel with Basil the Boxer, and it's a lot of dogs there. As soon as I pull up, I see a band that I have interviewed on Mike's Daily Podcast, which you can find in the interview pages. I think it was in 2014. They are a band called Mollaret, and it is the beautiful Lupe and her husband. And Lupe looked quite lovely on Friday, and she had her dog with her, so Basil got to meet her dog. Mollaret's fan-frickin-tastic, and they're going to be playing somewhere in Berkeley very soon.
Oh,
so
very nice.
Look them up.
Look them up. Do it. Or don't. I don't care. Mike probably cares, but I don't care.
Lupe's just completely enchanting. She talks, so she's from Argentina, and she's got this very Buenos Aires. She's got this very like low register kind of. And then hello, how are you today, Haley? Wait, no, she doesn't sound like the Red Rum. I don't think I'm quite capturing the essence of Lupe, but
I have this feeling you aren't. But if you want to and see the essence of Lupe.
Can you hear that?
Yes.
That is so loud.
If you can't hear that, it is Mike rubbing his face. And
No,
I guess...
no, I'm doing some woodwork. Gotta get that nice and sanded.
Yeah, the only thing you're sanding is your hand.
Oh, wow, look, my hand's nice and smooth because I sanded it with a coarse sand. So now this would start to turn into an Adam Carolla podcast because he talks about carpentry a lot because that's all he cares about.
But Adam Carolla doesn't need money.
Right, so I talked to my next door neighbor who apparently... Hey, John! Shout out to John!
John!
Woo! John!
Oh, what a guy.
Maybe John's listening to us in Germany or something. He was on his way to, like, Europe. And he just got back from Japan. This guy is a world traveler, so we are being heard all around the world, Haley.
All around the world.
Sorry, John, that's what your job has caused, is Haley to sing that horrible 90s song.
La 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 la. Don't insult my 90s music. La 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 la.
I won't insult it. It's horrible. La 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 la.
Eurodance for life, thank you.
It was a happy, cheery song. It's too bad that was their only hit.
Yeah, it is. My girlfriend really likes that song.
Does she now?
Yeah.
Does she sing it?
No.
Does she sing as much as you do?
Not even close.
Does she ever go like, oh my God, you sing a lot. Why do you guys sing so much on that podcast? Does she ever say that?
Nope.
I like that she's not judgmental.
She likes it when I sing.
Really?
She's a fan.
Awesome. I'm high-fiving her in my head right now. Now, John said that he enjoyed the podcast and that he also listens to Adam Carolla, but he goes, Adam Carolla doesn't really need me to go to the Amazon link on his website. Whereas, if you go to the Amazon link, I'm doing that plug early. Let me just get that. All right. Amazon link, MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST.com. We get money. Not much, but we get some.
Yeah. So, high five to John.
Thank you, John. We just high-fived you. I hope he enjoyed that. Who knows what sights he's seeing at the moment? He could be in Europe right now. Maybe he sees the Eiffel Tower. Maybe he sees a countryside.
He could be on Facebook.
He could... You know what? I'm not Facebook friends with John.
What? Maybe he doesn't have a Facebook.
I don't know. Maybe he does. Because...
Maybe he's on Pinterest.
Because I'm also Facebook friends with Angela, who is in charge of Mudpaw Records or Mudpaw Record Promotion or something like that. And she helped me get in touch with some musicians locally, like the, oh gosh, I'm messing up the IRD. The Irresponsible Resource Department.
That's a good band name.
It's IRD. Anyway, they're just known as the IRD. I'm getting one of the words mixed up. But so she is always traveling everywhere, Angela. And she's always posting pictures. Look, here I am now. And she's in Canada or something. Look, this is what I'm eating now. And she's eating something with strawberries and pudding.
It's the Canadian election today.
That's right. Who do you think is going to win?
Everyone's saying the Conservatives are going to win, even though everyone hates the Conservatives.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I hope that's not a foreshadowing of our election.
That would suck. Yeah.
Because that would mean, let's look who could it be? Donald Trump being our president?
No.
Ben Carson being our president?
Ben Carson. No.
Who's that other guy? Oh, Ted Cruz.
Ted Cruz. Jeb is out of the race, right? Jeb Bush?
Is he out?
I don't know.
He's out of my race.
Could be there.
He's out of my Fantasy 5 game.
My Fantasy 5 is all of the main Republican candidates.
Oh, okay. We don't know that much about it.
That's my Fantasy 5 for a dystopian America.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. But you know what?
If you're Canadian, vote for the guy that's going to legalize weed.
Right.
Yeah.
Because we do so much weed.
We do so much weed.
We're doing weed now. What does it mean to do weed? Does that mean we go out and we find weeds in the grass and we pull them out because they're ugly?
I played a video game like that. You could just pick a weed, and then it asked you if you wanted to eat the weed. I said no.
You find tell everyone about that cookie video game you got all into.
No, I refuse to admit that I still play Cookie Clicker in 2015.
He's playing some video game. All right, I'm going to say all this as an old man. He's playing some tarnation video game with cookies in it and whatnot, and it makes no sense.
It doesn't make any sense, but I did leave it on the work computer since Saturday night, so I came in with like millions and millions and millions of cookies.
Look who just walked in. Hello, Michael Masters. This is Madame. Hello, Haley. Can I have one of your cookies?
No, they're digital cookies.
Please, I want to eat a cookie.
They're digital cookies.
Cookie. I'm going to...
It's for cookies. That's good enough for me.
I love Jason Derulo.
That was Jason Derulo. I'm glad you can recognize his singing.
He is so hot. This is huge.
Jason Derulo.
He has a very well-shaped man chest. Oh.
Yes, he does.
And his songs are catchy. Mike Matthews has an earworm. Yeah, it's in my ear, deep in my ear, the song.
The song, yes.
Hey, I've been trying to get caught up on Downton Abbey. I've watched the first 2 episodes of the last season here. This is going to be the final season.
Huh.
And you know what I hate about Downton Abbey?
What?
Not to throw vitriol on the podcast, because that's the last thing you need in this vitriolic world, but they resolve these conflicts that they've dragged out for 5 seasons in like 2 sentences. Oh, blah, 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 that's over with. Done. They just like that. It's like, oh, we've been sitting here with bated breath thinking so-and-so. I'm trying not to give anything away. Should I give stuff away?
I'm never going to see it. I don't know about our listeners, though.
Well, they just do this push and pull of my emotions.
I see.
With Anna and Mr. Bates.
I see.
And that's all right. So there you go. But I like...
Mr. Bates, huh?
That's his name, and every joke has been said already about that, so don't.
That's interesting.
Anyway, I always like how you were talking earlier about that wonderful band, Cheap Trick.
Yeah, because you were like, girl, I want you to want me. And then I instantly thought of, I want you to want me.
Jason Derulo ripped them off.
I need you
to weed me. I love you to love me. I'm begging you to beg me. Off key. Look who else just walked in.
Hello there, Mike. This is Valentino.
And this is Bison Bentley in a jar. Do you know that?
Yeah, I wanted to ask you, why is my best friend in a jar right now, Dave?
He looks good like that.
I can't get out of this jar.
It's because you're completely made of liquid.
I'm a liquidic. I'm fluidic.
There's no actual word for like a liquid creature, is there?
Do you know that? I just heard recently that they came up with a new sort of metal that is liquid at room temperature that allows for special electric conductivity.
Beautiful. Is it good electric conductivity? Because we could use that. If it's like a superconductor, we could use that for like maglev trains.
Maglev trains?
Maglev trains.
Maglev trains?
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Maglevin' it.
Thank you. That was
the fastest trains in the world, powered by McDonald's.
I'm trying to stay away from fast food as much as I can. I bought a bunch of food at Costco, and I'm like eating it.
It's a good way to go.
What do you?
I know that we.
Do you avoid fast food?
I try, but like if I need food, kind of.
It's there.
It's easy.
I heard
it's either that, or I go to Nations, which isn't better.
No.
Or I go to like Safeway or a sushi place and get sushi. Sushi. I went to like a real authentic sushi place the other day, and it was like Thursday night, I think, something like that. I don't remember.
You find all the cool sushi places.
It's right down the street.
Oh.
It's right over down that street, and then across the street, and there's like the big store, and then there's a lot of little stores, and it's kind of over to the side of all the little stores.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
I'm glad.
Hey, they just opened that Capitol Street that goes all the way through into the Fremont other street.
I'm so happy it's open again.
And when I come here early in the morning, it's all lit up nice.
Oh.
I feel like I'm looking down Disneyland's Main Street.
Did you see the heart sculpture?
No, I haven't seen that yet.
Well, it's not a sculpture; it's an art piece, but it's like metal pieces kind of all clumped together, and it looks like a heart. It's right there on the street if you go down to Fremont.
And thank you for listening to Fremont Talk.
Welcome to Fremont Talk, where we discuss everything Fremont related. Are they still having that street eat happening down there?
That would be great if they did, because I love to eat delicious food coming out of a truck.
Going there on a Friday night and paying like $12 for a taco, and because it's worth it, because it's street eats.
Street eats.
It's straight out of a roach coach.
This is what our town needs: is some rejuvenation and a bunch of trucks serving food out of them.
The ultimate hipster fruity millennial experience.
Hipsters are important to our economy.
It's true.
They need to grow their beards big and drink beer.
I hate hipsters.
And wear undersized. They wear the tightest freaking clothes.
I love their tight clothes.
Their fat is just billowing out, ripping the shirts.
Oh, yeah, I don't like it if they're fat. But if they're not fat and if they're ripped and they have those tight clothes,
Well, I often never see that part of it. I just see the fat billowing out.
Yeah.
And protrusions. But I think we should get to the news story. Was there another thing I had to plug about the...
Well, you could listen to your podcast in all sorts of places.
Oh, yeah, that's right. YouTube, SoundCloud, Stitcher, Podomatic, Mixcloud, Ameristream Live, Player FM. Find us on Tumblr, Instagram, Facebook. Find us all over. Find us. We're lost. Where are we? iTunes, Spreaker. Hey, and then also the PayPal. You can become an Inglorious Mike's Daily Podcaster, and all the people will do a greeting to you.
And we mentioned the Amazon before, and really, that's the easiest way to give us money, is to, like, oh, I need something off of Amazon. It's getting into the holiday season. I gotta go shopping for all my friends. And you just go to MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST.com, and you're like, oh, I want to get them this, and you type it in, and then you buy it, and we get, like, 50 cents.
Exactly. But if enough people buy it and we get enough 50 cents, they might actually give us money.
A record deal, because 50 cents.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
At the candy shop.
Yeah.
That was a song he did.
I only know that song. Like, the only time that I've heard that song was on the Weird Al polka.
Oh.
Where he included that song. I'll take you to the candy shop, whoa. I'll let you lick a lollipop, whoa.
All right, now you've given me a task that I need to find that version, because I'm going to use that as we go into Do You Know Dad?
It's Bison Bentley's Do You Know Dad?
Hey, this is Bison Bentley, and Mike Matthews has a couple of stories that'll make you want to ask yourself, do you know Dad? Do you know Dad? Do you know Dad? Do you know Dad?
I'll take you to the candy shop. I'll let you lick a lollipop. Go ahead, girl, don't you stop. Keep going till you hit the spot. Whoa! We'll take you to the candy shop. Yeah! For one taste of what we got. Uh-huh. Go ahead and spend it all you got. Come on! Keep going till you hit the spot. Whoa!
Here we are at Cafe Anyway, listening to some polka from Weird Al Yankovic, doing 50 Cent.
Yes.
50 Cent. And here's my story. That has to do probably where John is right now. Somewhere in Europe. Oh, no, wait, this is New York. Long unused and deteriorating railroad tracks, in the Adirondacks, have been put to use by a new tourist attraction imported from South Korea. Pedal-powered rail riding vehicles. Yay! They're called rail bikes. This, according to your local paper here in Fremont, What's Happening's Tri-City Voice.
Oh, very cool.
So I got it for free, and it makes a lot of noise when I'm reading. God.
So does that mean we're going back to the times, and they see in those movies where the guy's on the railroad track with the with the cart that's lever operated. You're just like, well, I better get going.
No, it's not lever operated. Squeak. It's lever operated. After plans to start a rail biking business in Australia were derailed, pun, by high costs and red tape last spring, Alex Catchpool, his name is Catchpool. I like that.
You ain't gonna be catching a pool in California these days.
They brought this. He brought this red contraption to the Adirondacks. Their first summer on the 6-mile stretch between Saranac Lake and Lake Clear brought more than 10,000 customers, paying $25 a ride.
What?
I'm gonna do the quick math there. They made $5. But the future of Adirondack Rail Explorers is in doubt. Uh-oh.
Dun, dun, dun.
The tracks owned by the state have long been at the center of a tug-of-war between railroading buffs who favor fixing them up and rail trail advocates who want the tracks replaced by multi-use biking and hiking and snowmobiling paths. They want to take the rails out so they can, they do that here in California. They took a bunch of rails out and made trails. Rails to Trails.
Rails to Trails. That sounds like a really good organization.
Well, I guess that's pretty much what I wanted to bring up, was this interesting thing.
Okay. I take down the rails, put mountain scooter tracks.
Mountain scooter?
Mm-hmm.
I've never done the mountain scooter thing.
Mountain scootering's fun. Because it's like mountain biking, except you're not sitting down and you're not pedaling. You're just kind of holding on and hoping you don't crash.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, one thing about these vehicles, they look more like go-karts than bikes.
What?
With 2 or 4 chair-like seats mounted on a steel frame that rides the rails on 4 steel wheels. Each rider, it says, God, I can't read this thing. Each rider has pedals and one controls a handbrake. Wow! I got rid of that story real quick. Do you have a story?
No.
God, all right, so I got another one then.
Oh, okay.
This has to do with radioactive waste.
Radioactive!
Is that a song?
Yeah.
Who's that by?
Imagine Dragons.
Okay, we're going to play that
It's that
then.
huge hit they had. I'm breathing in the chemicals.
Almost 50 years after 4 nuclear bombs fell on the Spanish coast. Yes, 4 nuclear bombs fell on the Spanish coast. Just that sentence alone blows my mind, so to speak. Blows up.
Well, that's American history and politics for you.
How come I never knew the story? Oh, by the way, I saw the new Tom Hanks movie Steven Spielberg directed.
Tom Hanks. T. Hanks. Thanks.
You are like a walking Sesame Street, aren't you? With the way you put words together. And where was I at? Oh, yeah, so it's called The Bridge of Spies, and he's representing a Russian spy back in 1957. He's a insurance lawyer.
Is he on his bridge?
And then, meanwhile, in Russia, they've shot down the pilot piloting the U-2 plane, taking pictures of Russia.
Was it Bono?
And they do a swap. But like one hostage for the other prisoner, and at the last minute, Tom Hanks's character is able to get 2 Americans for the 1 Russian.
Whoa!
This other American that got caught on the other side of the Berlin Wall. So here we go. This is written by the Coen brothers, directed by Spielberg. You get. None of their names are flashed across the screen until the very end of the movie. You're like, oh, wow, that's who it was by. But I thought it was rather engaging. Anyway, so this happened, though, with the bombs, not in 1957, but almost 10 years later.
You dropped a bomb on me.
And that's not distracting at all. None of the bombs detonated in January 1966 were detonated, but 3 fell around Palomares, and a fourth was found on the seabed.
Wait, they just fell, but they didn't explode.
No. What happened? 2 U.S. military planes collided, and they fell down and didn't blow up.
Right. See, that's why we didn't hear about it, because it was us!
Highly toxic plutonium was spread over a 200 or 490-acre area.
Ouch.
So John Kerry, on a visit to Madrid, agreed to finalize a deal on disposing the contaminated soil. This, how many years? Like 50 years later. Under the agreement in principle signed by Mr. Kerry and Spanish Foreign Minister Jose Manuel Garcia Margallo, the U.S. will remove the soil at Palomares to a site in the U.S. It would be transported to a site in Nevada. What? So they're bringing that contaminated soil here.
They're going to put it in Area 51.
How crazy. So what happened was, 1966, a U.S. B-52 bomber carrying 4 1.5 megaton bombs collided with a refueling tanker some 31,000 feet above Palomares in Spain. That's on Spain's Mediterranean coast. The tanker crew and 3 people on board the bomber were killed. 1 bomb equipped with a parachute. The bomb survived. That's effed up to the max. With a parachute landed intact. 2 bombs hit the ground at high speed and scattered plutonium. A 4th bomb landed 5 miles offshore and was later recovered by the USS Petrel. Oh, wow.
Did you like my sound effects for that story?
And that was from the BBC.com. I was just ignoring you the whole time. I ignored you. Because I do not condone that sort of behavior, Haley.
Every time we slam this desk, my mic inches up slightly.
As we go outside of Cafe Anyway, we're bringing Mike's Daily Podcast somewhere in Podcaster Valley. That was fun and informative. It was fun-formative.
Fun-formative.
And here's today's podcast picture.
The podcast picture today, I have no idea. It's going to be some nice scenic thing, and it's really a shame that I didn't think of this ahead of time. Oh, you know what? I'm going to find out what it is right now. Here, go ahead and make make something up and say something.
Everybody make some noise! Woo! Bringing to you live from Podcaster Valley Mont, Mike's Daily Podcast.
Just want to tell you this is the slowest computer on planet Earth.
And now, for your entertainment, the one, the only, Mike Matthews with the Podcast Picture.
That was so nice. How about this nice sunset picture? Do you like that one?
It's a beautiful sunset picture.
I took that one. Thank you. Would that be funny, all that build-up, and I just come out and go, oh, hi. So anyway, this was at Jacqueline Square.
Oh, yeah.
I think.
Oh, hey, I've launched off of that.
What do you mean you've launched? You've sailed?
Yes!
Where did you sail?
I sailed off of Jack London Square.
That's fantastic.
I told you my aunt has a sailing company, or works for a sailing company, and so she got us on a boat.
I want to go sailing.
Well, come sail away then.
Come sail away with
Come sail away with me! Ah!
Wow. Well, I'm glad we picked up the sticks of this show and we're able to bring it to a rapid conclusion. Next show, the lovely Katie is going to be part of Mike on Mobile. I'll be speaking to her from the Podcaster Valley Dog Park, and we'll hear from Shelley Schuhart, Floyd the foreman, and John Deere the engineer. But you looked like you were about to say something or sneeze into the microphone. Anything else? Don't explode. Just relax. Was there something else on your mind?
No, I'm fine. It's kind of early. It's a Monday. It's a friggin' Monday. Did you really expect anything from this podcast on a friggin' Monday?
Absolutely.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST.com. Email Mike now at MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye!